Classic. Okay. Yeah, I know it. Okay. again. Commercial.
Praise YAHWEH Elohim, man. For his mercy endure forever, you understand? It's all about seeking his face, you dig? So I'm seeking his face, you dig? Listen. Yeah. I won't be envious against the wicked because I serve Yah. You can boast about your money while I boast about my Yah. Elohim is king. I'm forever bow down at his goodness and Christ is the truth. And tell me why my people run the curses. My people praying to the same God of their enemy. Just cause we don't hang on trees don't mean that they a friend of me. Walking in integrity, praying to my heavenly. If you want to make it a land like
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, y'all, son. Praise the mighty Yah.
So my closest friend, I look unto all my father, Jacob, Isaac, Abraham. Surely he's scorned the scorners, but give grace unto the lowly. I want to be holy. I pray YAHWEH, the only Savior, keep it going. Hallelujah, I pray for my truth. This ain't all right.
Choose a different song.
Yeah. This is not like the loss of every to the law. YAHWEH say it itself. treacherous and full of deception, but to keep believing. Hold your faith, stay strong, yeah, the time is coming. You can hide, but you will get hit while you're running. Let me tell you something, satisfaction can never happen. If you don't keep your eyes lost, discover gladness. It gets tragic, ridiculed as a youngster. Teased, praying on my knees to the wrong one. In the dumpster is a man searching for some food. Probably lied to us when they said the sky's blue. Malicious with the deeds, I know it's fear that they feeling. Slavery background that we was stealing. Can you feel me in this state losing my sanity? Love feeling pleasure, hate feeling agony. If you look into the skies, you can see the stars. Blowing through the wind, blowing, you can make it fall. You can find your way home if you put all love, your trust in Yahweh. And home over the seas if you put all love, your trust in Yahweh. You'll find your way home. You'll find your way. Tell me what's the reason for revolution? G's, looting furniture and TVs on land distribution. I'm shooting for the millet, the barley, and the bushels of grain. But all is nothing if we don't call his name. Trusting in him is the only way to win. Turning from my sin, spirits humble. Seeking God's face to heal our land and destroy this place. Babel, Sheshach become defect with two ball and Meshach, reflex, but bless hello. Israel will be cool and mellow, sun shining yellow, moon glowing white, yellow deem in the street, elders laughing through the night, glory ascending from the terrible plight. Only if we living in Yah's sight, loving a brother and leaving from the strife, trusting in Yah, never leaning on man's life. You can find your way home if you put all love, your trust in Yahweh. And home over the seas if you put all love, your trust in Yahweh. You'll find your way home. You'll find your way. A long time ago, Moses warned me. If you do wrong, I did wrong. That's why he sold me. To my enemies, I keep my head above the water. Easily influenced. Never met my father. My block is full of murderers and murderers. Jails packed with blacks. The whole world and heard of us. Obliterated my heritage. Can't you find it? My generation long gone. We be walking blinded. Like bats flying. I got love for all my true soldiers. Praise Yahweh Elohim. I'm sitting on his shoulders. Same trying to find a place where I can escape. The reality of pain standing in my face. Show me grace with a long time coming, man. I'm hunting, man. Kill off all my foes. I'm gunning, man. If you look into the skies, you can see the stars. Blowing through the wind, blowing, you can make it fall. You can find your way home if you put all love, your trust in Yahweh. And home over the seas if you put all love, your trust in Yahweh. Praise Yah. You'll find your way. Praise Yah. Praise Yah. You'll find your way. You can find your way home if you put all love, your trust in Yahweh. And home over the seas if you put all love, your trust in Yahweh. Eyes on the man, fret not thyself, follow all y'all's commands, all y'all's commands.
Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm Yahuwah ben Israel. I'm a Hebrew servant of the Most High Yah. And I want to give all honor, glory, praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Now, today's topic I'm going to talk about what Yahweh say, don't forget. Most people in this world didn't forget. But I'm going to remind you today what you ain't supposed to forget. But people didn't forget Easter. They didn't forget to go to church. They didn't forget to go to work. They didn't forget to eat, take a shower, brush your teeth. You know, there's a lot of things they didn't forget. But when it comes to the Most High, most people didn't forget. But first, I'm on Shabbat Shalom, all y'all brothers and sisters on here today. Yeah, I want to get that out. And I want to look up the word forget. even though we already know what it means, but I like to prove the thing that I say. Okay, words of my mouth. Yeah, all right, so there's nothing for yeah, okay. Yeah, hold your thoughts and comments, but we're gonna talk about everything when I get through popping in this corn.
Forget, to be unable to remember,
To be unable to remember. So when you forget something, you forgot. Read.
lose from the mind,
You lose from your mind.
to fail to do,
Fail to do.
bring, as of because of carelessness, neglect.
That's right. Courage of the elect. Now we're gonna see what Yahweh said. What don't forget. You know, we all forget and make mistakes. That's human and normal. But the main thing we ain't supposed to get is about Yah. That's one thing you ain't never supposed to forget about him. Now you might forget you leave your wallet at home. You might forget to put some gas in your car. You might forget to do this or do that or whatever. But the most important thing is don't forget what Yahweh said. But I want to start off with Deuteronomy chapter 4. And I'm going to answer all the questions and comments after I get through popping this corn. There's a whole lot of people on this planet. Oh, yeah, let me before I even go there. How can you find? No, I'm going to ask this question after I get done. I'll say that for last. Don't let me forget to ask a question. There's a certain question on my head. Okay, go to Deuteronomy chapter 4 and start at the first verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel,
Hearken mean listen and talking to us. He ain't talking to nobody else.
unto the statutes, unto the judgments, which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live, and go in and possess the land which Yahweh Elohim of your fathers giveth you.
Now Moses gave us statute, laws, and judgment.
Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
Yahweh said don't add to his word, which they already have, because they added the New Testament. So that's one violation.
Neither shall ye diminish aught from it.
And when people try to put stuff in the book, like they try to put JC in the book, oh, it's talking about JC right here, or it's talking about John right here, and all that, they take away and they put in this book, which we ain't got no room for JC in the Old Testament. Read.
That ye may keep the commandments of Yahweh your Elohim, which I command you.
All through this book is going to say that.
Your eyes have seen what Yahweh did because of false deity. For all the men that follow false deity.
It say for all the men that go after another book, another God, or do something that they want to do, which Yahweh didn't tell them.
Yahweh thy Elohim have destroyed them from among you.
And he going to destroy you again.
But ye that did cleave unto Yahweh your Elohim are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
Yahweh said, I taught you statutes and judgments. I didn't teach you to go to church. I didn't teach you to be baptized. I didn't teach you to follow JC. I didn't teach you to pay 10% of your tithes to a pimp. I didn't teach you none of this stuff. I didn't teach you to be a Democrat or Republican. I didn't teach you none of this junk that we do. Read.
Even as Yahweh my Elohim commanded me that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them.
Keep and do them.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
When they hear about the Hebrew Israelite keeping the laws and statutes, they're going to say, man, them people, they're wise.
For what nation is there so great who have Elohim so nigh to them?
Name a nation on earth that the Almighty chose beside the Israelites. He ain't chose nobody, so we ought to be happy.
As Yahweh our Elohim is in all things that we call upon him for. And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law?
Now name a nation on this earth that got statutes and laws like us. If you can name me one nation on this earth that's got statutes and laws and judgment like us, the Israelite, I give you $1,000. If you can show me what Yahweh, gave his laws and statutes to a Chinese, a Japanese, a Puerto Rican, whatever, read.
Which I said before you this day. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thy eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
When you learn these laws and statutes, you're supposed to teach to your children.
Especially the days that thou stoodst before Yahweh the Elohim in Horeb, when Yahweh said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words.
I'm going to make them hear my word.
That they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth.
And when you hear Yahweh's words, you're going to be feared. You're supposed to be fearing him.
And that they may teach their children.
Then once you hear him, fear him, you're supposed to teach to your children.
And ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. And Yahweh spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. You heard the voice of the word, but saw no similitude.
You heard his voice, but you didn't see no picture on the wall, or no angels, no picture on the wall, or JC, or none of that. You heard his voice, but you didn't see no image.
Only you heard a voice.
Only you heard the voice. So what is you doing with that picture of that man in the New Testament on your wall?
And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments, and he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone.
So that's the covenant. The covenant is the 10 commandments. The word covenant means to agree, the agreement, to keep.
And Yahweh commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments, that ye might do them in the land whether ye go over to possess it. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that Yahweh spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire.
You saw no picture or no nothing.
Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image.
When you make you a picture, cross, a statue, a fish, or anything, you corrupt yourself.
The similitude of any figure.
The similitude of any figure. The thing wrong again. Oh, let's show on this commercial. I'm trying to delete them off here. Okay, start up.
Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast that is on the earth.
Likeness of male or female. You ain't supposed to have no picture of none of this.
The likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth. And lest thou lift up thy eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which Yahweh the Elohim have divided unto all nations under the whole heaven.
In other words, you ain't supposed to idolize or serve none on this earth but Yah. Everything outside, you ain't supposed to worship none of it.
But Yahweh have taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day. Furthermore, Yahweh was angry with me for your sakes, and swore that I should not go over Jordan, and that I should not go into that good land which Yahweh the Elohim giveth thee for an inheritance. But I must die in this land. I must not go over Jordan. But ye shall go over and possess that good land. Take heed unto yourselves, lest ye forget the covenant of Yahweh your Elohim.
Don't never forget the covenant of Yahweh. When he say covenant, that means you had agreement to do everything that Yahweh say do. The covenant.
Which he made with you, and make you a graven image.
When you wear that cross around your neck, a graven image.
Or the likeness of anything.
The likeness of anything. The cross is a thing. So it's talking about the cross. Anything.
Which Yahweh the Elohim hath forbidden thee.
Which Yahweh have forbidden you. What do forbidden mean? If Yahweh forbidden you to do something, I used to put for FOR. Okay. Okay, forbid. If Yahweh order us to, if He forbid us to do something, what that mean?
Forbid. To order that something not be done.
Don't do it.
Not allow.
Not allowed.
Prohibit.
Prohibit. So if the Almighty tells you forbid, that's to read over again.
Take heed unto yourselves that ye forget the covenant of Yahweh your Elohim.
Because anytime you do anything other than what Yah said, you forgot His covenant.
Which He made with you, and make you a graven image.
And make you a cross, a statue, a picture, anything to wrap around your neck or put on the wall in your house or hang from the car, your rearview mirror, read.
Or the likeness of anything.
Likeness of anything. Anything, talking about everything.
Which Yahweh the Elohim had forbidden thee.
Yahweh told you don't do it, but you do it anyway.
For Yahweh that Elohim is a consuming fire, even a jealous Elohim.
He is jealous.
When thou shalt beget children and children's children, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves.
And corrupt yourself like you did in the United States. When you got over here, you corrupted yourself.
And make a graven image.
And make you a cross and wear around your neck.
Or the likeness of anything.
Likeness of anything. I don't care what it is.
And shall do evil in the sight of Yahweh the Elohim.
That's evil when you wear a cross around your neck. That's evil when you got a picture on your wall. That's evil.
To provoke Him to anger.
And He gonna knock your head off. Don't worry about it. That's right. You're gonna get your head knocked off though.
I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land whereunto ye go over Jordan to possess it.
Anytime you adopt another man's religion, adopt another man's faith and belief, you're going to get your head knocked off. Because everything that you do today, Yahweh, they never tell you to do it. You're doing it because you got it from your grandparents, your mom and father, and everybody else.
You shall not prolong your days upon it.
You ain't going to live no long time.
But shall utterly be destroyed.
Destroyed. Get your head knocked off.
And Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations.
And that's the reason we've been scattered in the United States and everywhere else, among the nations.
And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen.
Among the Gentiles. We few in number among them, because this they land and not ours.
Whether Yahweh shall lead you.
And Yahweh the one put us over here. It wasn't the white man that brought us over here. Yeah, He brought us over here, but the Almighty allowed Him to go get us to bring us over here. That's what I meant.
And there ye shall serve deities.
And when you got to the United States, you went to going to church. You went to singing the JC, praising JC, worshiping the New Testament, getting a pimp 10% of your money. You've been brainwashed, bamboozled, hoodwinked when you got over here, read.
The work of men's hands.
The work of men's hand, because somebody made that cross that you got around your neck, retarded fool, read.
Wood and stone.
Wood and stone. It's made out of wood and stone, gold, diamond, and all that.
Which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. But if from thence thou shalt seek Yahweh the Elohim.
When you get to the United States and seek Yahweh the Elohim,
thou shalt find Him.
You're going to find Him. Because the one, I'm going to keep reading.
If thou seek Him with all thy heart, with all thy soul.
If you seek Yahweh with all your heart and all your soul.
When thou art in tribulation and all these things are come upon thee.
When you get in trouble.
Even in the latter days.
Even in the latter days. When you get in trouble, watch this.
If thou turn to Yahweh the Elohim.
When you're in trouble, if you turn to Yahweh, your God.
And shall be obedient unto His voice.
And be obedient to Yahweh's voice instead of being obedient to somebody else's voice.
For Yahweh that Elohim is a merciful Elohim. He will not forget. He will not forsake thee.
Yahweh is not going to forget about you. He ain't going to forsake you.
Neither destroy thee.
And He won't destroy you.
Nor forget the covenant of thy fathers which He swore unto them. For as now the days that are past, which
That's
were.
all I needed right there. Okay. So, let me go and get this out of the way, because it's on, go to Proverbs. All right, quick. This how you know Yahweh love you. Let me show y'all how you prove to y'all how Yahweh show to y'all how Yahweh love you. Because let me Okay, go to Proverbs chapter 2. Let me prove to y'all if Yahweh love you, that's what he gonna do. This how you know if he love you or not now. Okay, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 11.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of Yahweh.
Don't get mad when Yahweh whoop your butt, because he whooping your butt for a reason. This is the reason why he whooping you. Read.
Neither be weary of his correction.
Don't be weary of Yahweh correction. Watch this.
For whom Yahweh loveth, he corrected.
If Yahweh love you, he gonna change you. He gonna correct you. Now let's read what correct means. Correction. Yeah. Correction right here.
Correction, the act of correcting.
The act of correcting.
A change that corrects a mistake.
A change to correct a mistake.
Change from wrong to right.
Change from wrong to right. We all have been wrong. Me, y'all, and everybody you looking at in this world, everybody that been wrong. You was born in wrong, born in evil, you was wrong. So let's go back to this here again. If you was born in wrong, that means you started off wrong. Didn't nobody start off right? Everybody started off wrong. Now read this verse again. That 12th verse.
For whom Yahweh loveth, he corrected.
If Yahweh love you, he gonna correct you. Mean you gonna go from wrong to right.
Even as a father the son in whom he delighteth.
That's right. So if the Almighty love you, he gonna change you and correct you. If you still doing the same thing you've been doing 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, Yahweh hate you and ain't studying you. Nah, that's what the book said. I didn't tell it to you, I showed it to you. Now get on back. Go back to Deuteronomy 6. So all the ones that say love Yahweh, love God, you a lie. Because you still doing the same thing you was doing 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. So that means you ain't been corrected. That means Yahweh ain't studying you. Deuteronomy 6. We all started off doing wrong. 6 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which Yahweh your Elohim commanded to teach you.
Teach you.
That ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Yahweh wants you to do. He don't want you to talk. He wants you to do.
That thou mightest fear Yahweh the Elohim, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee.
That's when you know you're in the change. That's when you know you're in the change, when you do that number 2. Read that again. That's how you know that you can change. Because you weren't born doing this. I wasn't, y'all wasn't. You can't tell me you was born doing this. You a lie. I don't believe you. Read again. Read it one more time.
That thou mayest fear Yahweh the Elohim.
You weren't born fearing Yahweh. I wasn't either.
To keep all his statutes and his commandments.
I wasn't keeping all his statutes and commandments when I was young.
Which I command thee.
That's what he commanded us, but we was wrong. We was doing wrong.
Thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life.
All the days of your life. So when you change and the Almighty correct you, all the days of your life, you're supposed to keep it all the way to the graveyard.
And that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily.
You can't go wrong when the Almighty change you. When you go from wrong to right, you can't go wrong.
As Yahweh Elohim of thy fathers have promised thee, and in the land that flow with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our Elohim is one Yahweh.
He won. He ain't no Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. He just won.
And thou shalt love Yahweh the Elohim with all thy heart.
Now, how you gonna love Yahweh with all your heart? You eat pork chops, celebrate pagan holidays, you're voting, and all. You can't love Yahweh with all your heart when you're doing all this evil stuff.
And with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart.
It's gonna be in your heart.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes, and thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates. And it shall be when Yahweh thy Elohim shall have brought thee into the land which he swore unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give thee great and goodly cities, which thou buildest not, and houses full of all good things, which thou fillest not, and wells dig, which thou diggest not, vineyards and olive trees, which thou plantest not, when thou shalt have eaten and be full.
When you eat and be full, most people say they blessing before they eat. This book say you're supposed to say your blessing after you eat. That's false. When you say your blessing before you eat, you ain't supposed to do that. You're supposed to wait till after you get to eat. Then you pray the mighty Yah. Now read that again.
And houses full of all good things, which thou fillest not, and wells dig, which thou diggest not, vineyards and olive trees, which thou plantest not, when thou shalt have eaten and be full.
When you get through eating and be full, this is what you do.
Then beware lest thou forget Yahweh.
Then you give Almighty Yahweh thanks. Praise Yah for letting you eat that food.
Which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. Thou shalt fear Yahweh the Elohim and serve him.
We supposed to fear Yahweh and serve him, not nobody else.
And shall swear by his name.
And we swear that Yahweh is the only living God in the world. We swear by that.
Ye shall not go after other deities.
You should not go to the New Testament, go to church.
Of the deities of the people which are round about you.
The people that's around about us is the Gentiles, so we ain't got no business doing what they do. They go to church, we go to Yah. We read the Old Testament, they read the New.
For Yahweh thy Elohim is a jealous Elohim among you.
And Yahweh gonna get jealous and knock your head off for following somebody else I told you not to.
Lest the anger of Yahweh thy Elohim be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth.
Now, why you think he gonna destroy you off the face of the earth? Because you being disobedient. You being hard-headed, stiff-necked, can't listen to nobody. That's the reason he gonna knock your head off.
Ye shall not tempt Yahweh your Elohim as ye tempted him in Massah. Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of Yahweh your Elohim.
And keep the commandments of Yahweh. And now one of his commandments told you to go to church. Now one of his commandments told you to wear a cross. Now one of his commandments told you to read the New Testament. Now one of his commandments told somebody to die for your sin. Now one of his commandments telling you none of this junk that you believe in and do. You believe you're right, but you wrong as two left shoes. Read.
And his testimonies and his statutes which he had commanded thee.
That's what he commanded us to do, but you're doing the opposite.
And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of Yahweh.
You're supposed to do what's good and right in Yahweh's eyes. Don't be worried about what people say. Girl, you're supposed to be going to church. Girl, get that boy baptized. Don't worry about circumcision. Them pork chops good. Don't let them tell you what you can and can't eat and all that old junk. Listen to the book. Don't listen to what nobody else talking about because they ain't talking about shit. If they ain't talking about what Yahweh said, they ain't talking about nothing. I don't care who you is or what you is. You ain't worth two dead flies. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 8. 81.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 1. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live.
That's what we gonna live by, nothing else.
And multiply, and go and possess the land which Yahweh swore unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the way which Yahweh the Elohim led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee, and to prove thee, to know what was in thy heart, whether thou wouldst keep his commandments or no.
Yeah, that's right, because most people don't keep him. So it's no for them.
And he humbled thee, and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread only.
You ain't supposed to just live by food only,
but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh doth man live.
You're supposed to live by every word that come out of Yahweh's mouth. He didn't tell you every word that come out of JC mouth, Paul mouth, Peter mouth, say Yahweh mouth. So that all the other peoples are relevant. We're supposed to be listening to what this book's saying. Read.
Thy raiment waxed not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell these 40 years. Thou shalt also consider in thy heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so Yahweh thy Elohim chasteneth thee.
Just like we whoop our kids when they do wrong or they be bad, the Almighty gonna whoop us when we do wrong, when we be bad. That's right. So it works both ways.
Therefore thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahweh thy Elohim, to walk in his ways and to fear him.
Walk in Yahweh's ways and fear him.
For Yahweh thy Elohim bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley and vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of oil, olive, and honey, a land wherein thou shalt eat bread without scarcity, thou shalt not lack anything in it, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills thou mayest dig brass. When thou hast eaten and are full,
Yahweh said, when you eat and are full, when you get through eating and you full,
then thou shalt bless Yahweh thy Elohim for the good land which he giveth thee.
then you supposed to say a blessing after you get through eating, not before. We've been taught in this land to say your blessing before you eat. Everybody sitting around to the table. Grandma say, who gonna say the blessing? Not me. I'm gonna say the blessing after I get through eating. But we've been taught backwards. See, you've been taught to say your blessing before you eat instead of after. You've been Christianized. This book says, say your blessing after you get through eating. Now read it again. Most people don't even know this. Read 10 again.
When thou hast eaten and are full,
when you get through eating and get full,
then thou shalt bless Yahweh thy Elohim for the good land which he hath given thee.
Then you praise the mighty Yahweh with a full stomach. You don't say your blessing before you get through eating. That's a jump.
Beware that thou forget not Yahweh the Elohim, and not keeping his commandments and his judgments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
And it just told you, don't forget. Now read. Now this is what Yahweh told us, don't forget. Now read that 11th word.
Beware that thou forget not Yahweh the Elohim.
Don't forget this.
And not keeping his commandments.
His commandments.
And his judgments.
His judgments.
And his statutes.
And his statutes.
Which I command thee this day.
That's right. He told you don't forget that. But most people, they ain't forgot already. Read.
Lest when thou hast eaten and are full, and hast built goodly houses, and dwelt therein, and when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thy heart be lifted up, and thou forget Yahweh the Elohim.
Then you get big headed. You don't need the Most High no more. You forget about the Most High. Your mind on you thinking you did it yourself. That's when people, like people that get master's degrees and stuff like that, they get big headed. Oh, I got my master's in this. Like the Most High didn't give them the mind to get it. You get beside yourself. Everything that you got and getting in this world, Yahweh gave it to you. You wouldn't have never had it if it weren't for him. Read.
Which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage, who led thee through that great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions and drought, where there was no water.
In other words, Yahweh protected us.
Who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flint.
Yahweh gave us water out of a rock. Who could do that? Nobody but Yah.
Who fed thee in the wilderness with manna.
Fed us in the wilderness with manna.
Which thy fathers knew not.
They didn't even know where it came from. Or what was it?
That he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee to do thee good at thy latter end. And thou say in thy heart, my power and the might of my hand have gotten me this wealth.
Now you're going to brag on yourself. So I'm the one got me a job. I'm the one made my day. You go to bragging on yourself, patting your own self on the back. Instead of giving credit to the Most High Yah, you want to take all the credit. You couldn't have woke yourself up this morning without Yahweh. You can't breathe without Yahweh. What the hell you mean? You ain't woke 2 dead flies. You want to pat yourself on the back. You ain't did nothing. Read.
But thou shalt remember Yahweh the Elohim.
Remember Yahweh.
For it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
It is he that give you power to get money. If you're a millionaire or a billionaire, trillionaire, that's Yahweh made to help you get that money. He the one made a way for you to get it. You didn't get it on your own. Read that again. Most people be arrogant and boastful and bragging. You ain't did nothing. Without Yahweh, you ain't worth a poot in the wind or two dead flies. Read it one more time.
But thou shalt remember Yahweh the Elohim.
Remember what Yahweh did for you, because you didn't do it on your own.
For it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
It is Yahweh to give you power to get money, get wealth.
That he may establish his covenant which he swore unto thy fathers, as it is this day. And it shall be, if thou do at all forget Yahweh the Elohim.
And if you do all forget, if you forget about Yahweh,
and walk after other deities,
and go to the New Testament and start going to church and believing in JC,
and serve them,
and you serve JC over Yahweh, which a lot of y'all do,
and worship them,
and you worship the New Testament in JC, Paul and Peter,
I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish.
I'm going to sure enough knock your head off. Now, just know you got that coming. When you go against Yahweh, because he ain't never told you to go to church or believe in the New Testament, I'm going to knock your head. I want to read this one more time, because I want all the people, all the non-believers, all y'all that don't believe in Yahweh, this was going to read that again.
And it shall be, if thou do at all forget Yahweh the Elohim.
If all y'all in this world and on this internet forget about my God, which is Yahweh, if y'all forget,
and walk after other deities,
and call some other God your God, if you call the Quran your God, the New Testament your God, the Book of the Dead, any of them, if you say anybody else your God, this was going to happen. Read.
And serve them.
And you serve somebody other than Yahweh.
And worship them.
And you worship anybody other than Yahweh.
I testify against you this day that you shall surely perish.
Yahweh promised he going to knock your head off. He promised he going to do it.
As the nations which Yahweh destroyed before your face.
I'm going to show you that, like I did the Egyptians, just like I did the Ammonites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, and all the rest of them, just like I did the Edomites. I'm going to show you.
So shall ye perish.
You're going to perish.
Because ye would not be obedient unto the voice of Yahweh your Elohim.
Because you didn't listen to what Yahweh said. There it is. So when something bad happened to you, you look in the mirror and say, I had it coming, because I should have been obeying Yahweh and not listen to my grandmama and everybody else. That's right. Now, that's what was that? 9, 8? That was 8. Okay, go to 9 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 1. Hear, O Israel, thou art to pass over Jordan this day, to go in to possess nations greater and mightier than thyself, cities great and fenced up to heaven.
Greater nation than us.
A people great and tall, the children of the Anakims, whom thou knowest, and of whom thou hast heard say, who can stand before the children of Anak?
They're bragging now.
Understand therefore this day that Yahweh the Elohim is he which goeth over before thee.
It's Yahweh to go before us, to fight for us. Yahweh gonna fight our battles.
As a consuming fire he shall destroy them, and he shall bring them down before thy face. So shalt thou drive them out and destroy them quickly, as Yahweh have said unto thee.
Yahweh gonna do all this before us.
Speak not thou in thy heart after that Yahweh thy Elohim have cast them out from before thee, saying, for my righteousness Yahweh have brought me in to possess this land. But for the wickedness of these nations Yahweh do drive them out from before thee. Not for thy righteousness or for the uprightness of thy heart dost thou go to possess their land. But for the wickedness of these nations, Yahweh thy Elohim do drive them out from before thee, and that he may perform the word which Yahweh swore unto thy fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I understand therefore that Yahweh thy Elohim giveth thee not this good land to possess it for thy righteousness, for thou art a stiff-necked people. Remember and forget not how thou provokest Yahweh the Elohim to wrath in the wilderness.
Don't forget what you did in the world. You made that golden calf.
From the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt until ye came unto this place, ye have been rebellious against Yahweh. Also in Horeb you provoked Yahweh to wrath, so that Yahweh was angry with you to have destroyed you. When I was gone up into the mount to receive the tables of stone,
Moses said, when I went up to the mountain to receive the tables of stone,
even the tables of the covenant which Yahweh made with you, then I abode in the mount 40 days and 40 nights.
Moses said, I stayed up in the mountain 40 days and 40 nights.
I neither did eat bread nor drink water.
Now name me somebody that can do that. Who you know on this earth can go 40 days and 40 nights without no water and food? Nobody but Moses. Read.
And Yahweh delivered me, and Yahweh delivered unto me 2 tables of stone written with the finger of Elohim.
Yahweh the one wrote it.
And on them was written according to all the words which Yahweh spake with you in the mount out of the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days and 40 nights that Yahweh gave me the 2 tables of stone, even the tables of the covenant.
Because the 10 commandments is the covenant. When you break the commandments, you're breaking the covenant. Read.
And Yahweh said unto me, Arise, get thee down quickly from hence, for thy people which thou hast brought forth out of Egypt have corrupted themselves.
Have corrupted themselves, just like people today, they didn't corrupted themselves.
They are quickly turned aside out of the way which I commanded them.
They quickly change.
They have made them a molten image.
They have made a cross of JC and went to church. Today it is.
Furthermore, Yahweh spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people.
I see these Christian people, my black people, my Hebrew Israelite people calling themselves Christian.
And behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
Anytime a black man or a black woman call themselves a Christian, they're a stiff-necked, hard-headed, rebellious person. Read.
Let me alone.
Yahweh said, let me alone,
that I may destroy them.
I'm finna kill them. They going to church. I ain't never told them to go to church. They got a cross on, listen to the T.D. Jakes and all of them. I ain't told them to do none of that.
And blot out their name from under heaven.
That's right. Take their name out the book.
And I will make of thee a nation mightier and greater than they.
And I'll start over with somebody else.
So I turned and came down from the mount, and the mount burned with fire. And the 2 tables of the covenant were in my 2 hands. And I looked, and behold, ye have sinned against Yahweh your Elohim.
You have sinned. I see how they sinned against Yahweh.
And made you a molten calf.
And made you a New Testament. Made you a cross. Because at this time, one of such things was a New Testament. It was only the Torah and the Tanakh. There wasn't no New Testament written back then. So you made your New Testament and a cross. What else?
Ye have turned aside quickly out of the way which Yahweh had commanded you.
You have turned away your side from Yahweh, because he never told you to make no New Testament.
And I took the 2 tables and cast them out of my 2 hands and brake them before your eyes. And I fell down before Yahweh as at the first 40 days and 40 nights. I did neither eat bread nor drink water because of all your sins which ye sinned and doing wickedly in the sight of Yahweh to provoke him to anger.
Now that don't sound like a man could die for your sin to me. Why come Moses didn't die for their sin? Because he couldn't.
For I was afraid of the anger and hot displeasure wherewith Yahweh was wroth against you to destroy you.
Yahweh was ready to kill y'all, and y'all don't even know it.
But Yahweh hearkened unto me.
But Yahweh listened to Moses. Yahweh listened to me.
At that time also. And Yahweh was very angry with Aaron to have destroyed him.
And the only reason why Yahweh didn't destroy the children of Israel because of Moses. Not because of JC, not because of Paul or Peter, but because of Moses. Because he loved Moses more than he loved anybody in the New Testament. Can't nobody in the New Testament touch his dirty drawers. Now read that again.
And Yahweh was very angry with Aaron to have destroyed him.
No, read that 19.
For I was afraid of the anger and hot displeasure wherewith Yahweh was wroth against you to destroy you.
Yahweh was getting ready to kill all y'all.
But Yahweh hearkened unto me at that time also.
But Yahweh listened to Moses at that time because he loved him.
And Yahweh was very angry with Aaron to have destroyed him.
And Yahweh was finna kill Aaron, Moses' brother.
And I prayed for Aaron also at the same time.
I prayed for Aaron. I prayed for my brother Aaron, and I prayed for y'all. So the Almighty would have been killed all y'all if it hadn't been for Moses. Now you tell me JC is this and that. Man, he ain't worth two dead flies. Go to Deuteronomy 25. You can't compare JC with Moses no kind of way. Ain't no comparison. First of all, the Almighty don't even know JC. Never heard of. Don't know nothing about it. Deuteronomy 25. Start at the 17.
Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not Elohim. Therefore it shall be, when Yahweh thy Elohim have given thee rest from all thy enemies round about, in the land which Yahweh thy Elohim giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, and thou shalt not forget it.
Yes, it. Yeah, I forget. Okay, go to let's see. Judges. Let's see. Judges 3. Judges 3 and start the first verse.
Judges chapter 3, verse 1. Now these are the nations which Yahweh left to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel has not known all the wars of Canaan, only that the generations of the children of Israel might know, to teach them more, at the least such as before knew nothing thereof, namely 5 masters of the Philistines, and all the Canaanites, and the Zidonians, and the Hivites that dwelt in Mount Lebanon, from Mount Hermon unto the entry in of Hamath. And they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of Yahweh, which he commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, Hittites, and Amorites, and Perizzites, and Hivites, and Jebusites. And they took their daughters to be their wives, and gave their daughters to their sons, and served their deities.
Integrated and started going to church and believing in Christianity. All this junk today.
And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of Yahweh.
Don't you know you do evil in the sight of Yahweh when you go to church and put on a cross? That's evil in the sight of Yahweh. Read.
And forget Yahweh the Elohim.
And all the people that go to church and call themselves a Christian, you don't forget Yahweh. You don't forget it. Because he never told you to do none of that. Read.
And serve false deities.
And serve the New Testament in JC.
Therefore the anger of Yahweh was hot against Israel.
That's when you're going to get your head knocked off.
And he sold them into the hand of Cushan-Rishathaim, king of Mesopotamia.
That's where we stayed in captivity and bondage so much, because every time we was a monkey see, monkey do people. We go to this place, we're going to do like them. Instead of doing what Yahweh say do, we're going to do like everybody else say do.
And the children of Israel served Cushan-Rishathaim 8 years. And when the children of Israel cried unto Yahweh,
but when we cried and got in trouble and cried to Yahweh,
Yahweh raised up a deliverer to the children of Israel, who delivered them, even Othniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother.
Yahweh raised up a deliverer. He didn't raise nobody to die for your sins. He ain't never raised nobody up to die for your sins. Never in life. That's not Yahweh's way. He raised you up deliverer, but never raised nobody up to die for your sins.
And the spirit of Yahweh came upon him, and he judged Israel and went out to war. And Yahweh delivered Cushan-Rishathaim, king of Mesopotamia, into his hand, and his hand prevailed against Cushan-Rishathaim.
Okay, then let's go to 1 Samuel.
Give me one over. Okay. Okay. 1 Samuel 12 and 1.
1 Samuel chapter 12, verse 1. And Samuel said unto all Israel, Behold, I have hearkened unto your voice and all that ye said unto me, and have made a king over you. And now, behold, the king walketh before you. I am old and gray headed, and behold, my sons are with you. And I have walked before you from my childhood unto this day. Behold, here I am, witness against me before Yahweh and before his anointed. Whose ox have I taken? Or whose ass have I taken? Or whom have I defrauded? Whom have I oppressed? Or of whose hand have I received any bribe to blind my eyes therewith? And I will restore it. And they said, Thou hast not defrauded us, nor oppressed us, neither hast thou taken aught of any man's hand.
In other words, Prophet Samuel hadn't did nothing wrong.
And he said unto them, Yahweh is witness against you, and his anointed is witness this day, that ye have not found aught in my hand. And they answered, He is witness. And Samuel said unto the people, It is Yahweh that advanced Moses and Aaron, and that brought your fathers up out of the land of Egypt. Now therefore stand still, that I may reason with you before Yahweh of all the righteous acts of Yahweh, which he did to you and to your fathers. When Jacob was come into Egypt, and your fathers cried unto Yahweh, then Yahweh sent Moses and Aaron, which brought forth your fathers out of Egypt, and made them dwell in this place. And when they forget Yahweh their Elohim,
when they forgot Yahweh, this is what happened.
He sold them into the hand of Sisera.
He sold it to the hand of Sisera, just like we forgot. That's when we over here in America.
Captain of the host of Hazor, and into the hand of the Philistines, and to the hand of the king of Moab, and they fought against them. And they cried unto Yahweh and said, We have sinned because we have forsaken Yahweh.
When you forget about Yahweh, you forsaken him.
And have served false deity and false deity.
And anytime you do something that Yahweh told you don't do, like go to church, wear a cross, you serving somebody else God, or go to the New Testament, he ain't never told you to do that. So you forsaken Yahweh.
But now deliver us out of the hand of our enemies, and we will serve thee. And Yahweh sent Gideon and Bedan and Jethoth and Samuel, and deliver you out of the hand of your enemies on every side.
He sent us Savior. He didn't send nobody to die for your sins, like they teach in the New Testament. Yahweh ain't never told no man to die for no man's sin. Nowhere, no time, and nobody. Read. And if you can show me when Yahweh sent somebody to die for your sin, you get $1,000.
And ye dwell safe. And when you saw that Nahash, the king of the children of Ammon, came against you, ye said unto me, Nay, but a king shall reign over us, when Yahweh your Elohim was your king. Now therefore, behold, the king whom ye have chosen, and whom ye have desired, and behold, Yahweh have set a king over you. If ye will fear Yahweh,
if you will fear Yahweh
and serve him,
and serve Yahweh,
and obey his voice,
and obey Yahweh's voice,
and now rebel against the commandment of Yahweh, then shall both ye and also the king that reigneth over you continue following Yahweh your Elohim. But if ye will not obey the voice of Yahweh,
but if you won't listen to Yahweh,
but rebel against the commandment of Yahweh,
and don't keep his commandments,
then shall the hand of Yahweh be against you as it was against your fathers.
I'm going to do you just like I did to other people. He ain't changed. He doing the same thing today. When you turn your back on Yahweh, he going to turn his back on you. That's that simple. Okay, go to 2 Kings. Okay, 2 Kings.
Start at the 29th verse.
Chapter.
2 Kings 17th chapter. Yeah. 17th chapter and 29th verse.
Second Kings chapter 17, verse 29. Howbeit every nation made deities of their own,
Every nation made a god of their own,
and put them in the houses of the high places which the Samaritans had made, every nation in their cities wherein they dwelt.
and put it up on their wall when they got through making it.
And the men of Babylon made false deity, and the men of Cuth made false deity, and the men of Hamath made false deity.
Now, every nation on this earth got a different god, got a false god at that.
And the Avites made false deity and false deity, and the Sepharvites burnt their children and fire to false deity.
In other words, the Chinese had a false god, the Japanese had a false god, the Russians had a false god, the Italians had a false god. All of them had false god. The American got a false god. Everybody got a false god but us. Read.
And false deity, the deities of Sepharvaim. So they feared Yahweh.
They feared Yahweh because they hurricane, mudslide, earthquake coming.
And made unto themselves of the lowest of them priests of the high places, which sacrificed for them in the houses of the high places. They feared Yahweh.
Why did they fear Yahweh? Because it come to hurricane, mudslide, earthquake, tornado, drought, flood. They fear Yahweh.
And served their own deities.
But they still serve their own God. They fear Yahweh, but they still serve their own God. Read.
After the manner of the nations whom
After
they
the matters who carry. Right.
Whom they carried away from thence. Unto this day they do after the former manners.
Until this day, right now, they still doing the same thing. This day, right now,
they fear not Yahweh.
They don't fear Yahweh now.
Neither do they after their statutes.
Don't do his statutes.
Or after their ordinances, or after the law and commandment which Yahweh commanded the children of Jacob, whom he named Israel.
Yahweh didn't want to change Jacob's name to Israel. That's when our last name is Israel.
With whom Yahweh had made a covenant.
Yahweh made a covenant with us, not nobody else.
And charged them.
And he charged us.
Saying, ye shall not fear other deities.
He told us, don't fear no other God. That means the mother books ain't worth 2 dead flat. Don't fear them other gods.
Nor bow yourselves to them.
Don't bow yourself down to the New Testament, Quran, and all the mother books. Don't bow down to them.
Nor serve them.
Don't serve them.
Nor sacrifice to them.
Don't do no sacrifices to them.
But Yahweh, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt with great power and a stretched out arm.
The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that brought you up out of the land of Egypt.
Him shall ye fear.
That's the one we're supposed to fear, not nobody else, God.
And him shall ye worship.
That's the God that we're supposed to worship, not nobody else, God.
And to him shall ye do sacrifice.
We gonna sacrifice to Yahweh, not no other God.
And the statutes.
And the statutes.
And the ordinances.
And the ordinance. And the law.
And the law. And the commandment which he wrote for you.
Yahweh wrote this for us.
Ye shall observe to do forevermore.
You should do forevermore. Don't never forget.
Ye shall not fear other deities.
And don't pay no other God no attention. Because they ain't worth 2 dead flies.
And the covenant that I had made with you, ye shall not forget, neither shall ye fear other deities.
That's right. The covenant Yahweh made for us, we ain't supposed to forget.
But Yahweh your Elohim ye shall fear, and he shall deliver you out of the hand of all your enemies.
When you fear Yahweh and obey, he gonna deliver you out of the hand of all your enemies.
Howbeit they did not hearken.
Howbeit they didn't listen. They went on to church. They went on listen to JC. They went on listen to Paul. They didn't believe. Read.
But they did after their former manner.
They did after their former manner. Just like today, they doing like their former manner.
So these nations feared Yahweh.
So all the nations feared Yahweh because he come to hurricane, mudslide, and storm. They fear that.
And serve their graven images.
But they serve Christianity in their graven image.
Both their children.
Both their children.
and their children's
and
children,
their children's children, their great-great-grandparents pass it down.
as did their fathers, so do they unto this day.
They still doing it right now today. These people, the black and call themselves Christian, they still doing it today. That's right, but you're going to get your head knocked off. Just know that part. That's the part you can't forget, that you're going to pay for it. You're going to get your head knocked off. But Almighty ain't going to play with you. That thing doing it again. Psalm 9. Psalm 9. And start at 17, bro. Psalm 9 and 17.
Psalms chapter 9, verse 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell,
The wicked going to hell, regardless.
and all the nations that forget Elohim.
And not only the wicked, all the nations that forget Elohim going too. So all these nations on this earth, be ready to be going to hell, because that's where you're going. The book said when you forget Yahweh, that's where you're going. Read it again.
The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget Elohim.
Read.
For the needy shall not always be forgotten.
The needy like us ain't gonna always be forgotten, because we poor.
The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever.
That's right. We ain't gonna be broke forever.
Arise, O Yahweh, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight.
The heathen be judged.
Put them in fear, O Yahweh, that the nations may know themselves that the nations may know themselves to be but men.
But man, all right.
So,
Okay, let's go to 10. 10 and 12.
Psalms chapter 10, verse 12. Arise, O Yahweh, O Elohim, lift up thy hand. Forget not the humble.
Don't forget the humble, Yahweh. That's all I need. Don't forget the humble. Mm, 50. Psalm 50. Psalm 50 and 19.
Psalms chapter 50, verse 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such a one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget Elohim,
All the one that forget Yahweh,
lest I tear you in pieces,
we're going to tear you in pieces,
and there be none to deliver.
and ain't nobody going to be able to help you.
Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of Elohim.
Okay. 78. Yeah, 78 started. First verse.
Psalm chapter 78, verse 1. Give ear, O my people, to my law.
To my law.
Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of Yahweh and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done.
Brag on Yahweh. Show them and tell your grandchildren how Yahweh drowned Pharaoh's army. How he plagued Egypt.
For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children.
That's right. We're supposed to teach it to our children.
That the generations to come might know them.
That the generation to come might know them.
Even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in Elohim and not forget the works of Elohim, but keep his commandments,
Don't forget the works of Elohim and keep his commandments.
and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with Elohim.
Don't be like these other people that's hard-headed, stiff-necked, and rebellious. That's all I need. Let's go to 103. Start the third verse.
Psalms chapter 103, verse 1. Bless Yahweh, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name. Bless Yahweh, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits.
Don't forget all Yahweh benefits. Don't forget his benefits now. All benefits mean help. Don't forget Yahweh. He helped you.
Who forgiveth all thy iniquities,
Forgive all your iniquities.
who healeth all thy diseases,
Who Yahweh, the only one can heal all your diseases.
who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfies thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. Yahweh executed righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. He made known his ways unto Moses,
He made known his way to Moses, not to JC.
his acts unto the children of Israel.
His act to the children of Israel, not the Christians.
Yahweh is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy.
That's when you live to get 180, 90, 100 years old because he's merciful. Don't think because you live old because you good. That ain't the reason. You wicked and Almighty allow you to get old.
He will not always chide, neither will he keep his anger forever.
Y'all ain't gonna stay mad forever.
He have not dealt with us after our sins, nor rewarded us according to our iniquities. For as the heaven is high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward them that fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far hath he removed our transgressions from us. Like as a father pitieth his children, so Yahweh pitieth them that fear him.
Yahweh pity the one that fear him. That like we pity our son, he pity us.
For he knoweth our frame, he remembereth that we are dust.
He remember we ain't no more dust and flesh.
As for man, his days are as grass, as a flower of the field, so he flourisheth. For the wind passeth over it, and it is gone,
It's gone.
and the place thereof shall know it no more. But the mercy of Yahweh is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him, and his righteousness unto children's children, to such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember his commandments to do them.
Those that remember his commandments to do them. That's right. 106. Start the first verse.
Psalms chapter 106, verse 1. Praise ye Yahweh. Oh, give thanks unto Yahweh,
We give thanks to Yahweh.
for he is good,
He's the only one good when it comes to worshiping and praising.
for his mercy endureth forever.
That's right.
Who can utter the mighty acts of Yahweh?
Nobody.
Who can show forth all his praise? Blessed are they that keep judgment,
Keep Yahweh judgment blessed
and he that doeth righteousness at all times.
at all times. Don't change up.
Remember me, O Yahweh, with the favor that thou bearest unto thy people. O visit me with thy salvation, that I may see the good of thy chosen, that I may rejoice in the gladness of thy nation.
Give me that lemon off that count. Yeah. In that bowl. Okay. Yeah, where was you at?
5.
Okay.
That I may glory with thy inheritance. We have sinned with our fathers. We have committed iniquity. We have done wickedly. Our fathers understood not thy wonders in Egypt. They remember not the multitude of thy mercies, but provoked him at the sea, even at the Red Sea. Nevertheless, he saved them for his name's sake.
What verse you at?
8.
Okay.
That he might make his mighty power to be known. He rebuked the Red Sea also,
Yahweh rebuked the Red Sea,
and it was dried up.
and he dried it up.
So he led them through the depths as through the wilderness. And he saved them from the hand of him that hated them,
Yahweh saved us from the hand of the Egyptians that hated us,
and redeemed them from the hand of the enemy.
and he hath delivered us from the hand of our enemies.
And the waters covered their enemies.
He drowned Pharaoh's army,
There was not one of them left.
killed all of them.
Then believed they his words. They sang his praise.
Then they believed.
They soon forget his works.
They soon forgot, though. Just like they believe today, they'll forget tomorrow.
They waited not for his counsel,
That's how black folks is. They remember today and forget tomorrow.
but lusted exceedingly in the wilderness, and tempted Elohim in the desert. And he gave them their request, but sent leanness into their soul. They envied Moses also in the camp, and Aaron the saint of Yahweh.
That's right. They were jealous of Moses.
The earth opened and swallowed up Dathan and covered the company of Abiram. And a fire was kindled in their company. The flame burned up the wicked.
Yahweh killed these people for Moses. These Israelites that he killed for Moses. Now, just think when he go through the ops or somebody that's not an Israelite. Now, read that again, the 16th.
They envied Moses also in the camp,
They didn't like Moses, they envied Moses.
and Aaron the saint of Yahweh.
These the saints.
The earth opened and swallowed up Dathan and covered the company of Abiram.
The earth opened up and killed all them.
And a fire was kindled in their company. The flame burned up the wicked.
Burn up the wicked.
They made a calf in Horeb and worshipped the molten image.
That's right.
Thus they changed their glory into the similitude of an ox that eateth grass. They forgot Elohim their Savior.
They forgot them their Savior. Just like today, most people that forgot Yahweh, they Savior and don't even know it.
which had done great things in Egypt,
Which have done great things in Egypt.
wondrous works in the land of Ham, and terrible things by the Red Sea. Therefore he said that he would destroy them, had not Moses' chosen stood before him in the breach.
If it weren't for Moses, he would have destroyed everybody. He loved Moses. You can't compare JC with Moses.
To turn away his wrath.
And the only reason why Yahweh turned away his wrath is because of Moses. Nothing else. Only Moses.
Lest he should destroy them.
That's right. He would have destroyed them if it weren't for Moses.
Yea, they despised the pleasant land. They believed not his word.
They don't believe Yahweh's word today. Most people don't believe Yahweh's word today. They just doing anything.
But murmured in their tents and hearkened not unto the voice of Yahweh.
They don't listen to Yahweh today. But you got to pay, though.
Therefore he lifted up his hand against them to overthrow them in the wilderness.
That's when he knocked their head off. That's right. That's when you go get your head knocked off when you don't listen to Yahweh. Okay, let's go to Psalm 119. That's the part. Don't forget. You gotta ass whooping coming from Yah when you play a game. Okay, Psalm 119 and the 12 and 12.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 12. Blessed art thou, O Yahweh. Teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all the judgments of thy mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies as much as in all riches. I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways.
So Yahweh ways.
I will delight myself in thy
I'm
statutes.
gonna have a ball in keeping the statute.
I will not forget thy word.
I ain't gonna forget Yahweh word. I might forget my wallet, my cell phone, or anything. Forget to brush my teeth, but I ain't gonna forget what? Say it again.
I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word.
But I ain't gonna never forget Yahweh word. I might forget to brush my teeth, but I ain't gonna forget Yahweh word. Read.
Deal bountifully with thy servant, that I may live and keep thy word.
Keep Yahweh word.
Open thou my eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law.
That's right.
I am a stranger in the earth.
I'm a stranger in the United States.
Hide not thy commandments from me.
And don't pretend and act like you ain't supposed to keep the law. There it is. For the people that don't keep the law, well, we're in the strange land, we're in the white man, we can't keep it over here. Read that again.
I am a stranger in the earth.
You ain't at home because you're a stranger in the earth. It's talking about the people that ain't at home. You ain't in Jerusalem. You ain't in the land. Read.
Hide not thy commandments from me.
Do not act like you ain't supposed to keep the commandment because you ain't at home. Okay, let's go. I'm going to skip around. Go to 83 something. 119, 83.
Verse 83. For I am become like a bottle in the smoke, yet do I not forget thy statutes.
That's right. I ain't going to forget your statue, but I forgot my wallet.
How many are the days of thy servant? When wilt thou execute judgment on them that persecute me? The proud have digged pits for me, which are not after thy law. All thy commandments are faithful.
All the commandments are faithful.
They persecute me wrongfully. Help thou me. They had almost consumed me upon earth, but I forsook not thy precepts. Quicken me after thy loving kindness.
What verse you at?
88.
Okay.
So shall I keep the testimony of thy mouth.
That's right.
Forever, O Yahweh, thy word is settled in heaven. Thy faithfulness is unto all generations.
All generations.
Thou hast established the earth, and it abideth.
Yahweh's made the earth.
They continue this day according to thy ordinances. For all are thy servants.
Everybody is a servant of Yah. The devil is a servant of Yah. The wicked is a servant of Yah. And the righteous is a servant of Yah. Everybody is a servant of Yah.
Unless thy law had been my delights, I should then have perished in my affliction. I will never forget thy precepts.
I ain't going to never forget Yahweh's precept.
For with them thou hast quickened me.
That's right. Okay, let's skip and go to 109. Okay. Yeah. Skip on down to 109 and let's see. Yeah.
Verse 109. My soul is continually in my hand, yet do I not forget thy law.
I ain't going to forget your law. Whatever I do, I ain't going to forget that law. Okay, let's go to 141.
Verse 141. I am small and despised, yet do not I forget thy precepts.
I ain't going to forget that.
Thy righteousness is the everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
The truth is the law, and the law is the truth. If you ain't got the law, you ain't got the truth.
Trouble and anguish have taken hold on me, yet thy commandments are my delights.
I love keeping them, having a ball keeping the commandments.
The righteousness of thy testimonies is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live. I cry with my whole heart, hear me, O Yahweh. I will keep thy statutes.
I'm going to keep them.
I cried unto thee, save me, and I shall keep thy testimonies. I prevented the dawning of the morning and cried. I hoped in thy word. My eyes prevent the night watches, that I might meditate in thy word. Hear my voice according unto thy loving kindness. O Yahweh, quicken me according to thy judgment. They draw nigh that follow after mischief. They They are far from thy law. Thou art near, O Yahweh, and all thy commandments are truth.
All the commandments is true.
Concerning thy testimonies, I have known of old that thou hast founded them forever. Consider my affliction and deliver me, for I do not forget thy law.
I do not forget your law. I don't care what else I forgot. I ain't going to forget your law. Okay, let's go to 176.
Verse 176. I have gone astray like a lost sheep.
I have gone astray like a lost sheep, though.
Seek thy servant, for I do not forget thy commandments.
I do not forget the commandment. Whatever I do not forget the commandment. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, go to Proverbs. I do not forget the commandment. I might forget everything else, but I do not forget the commandment. Okay, Proverbs 2, chapter 2. Number 1.
Proverbs chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee,
Hide them with you.
so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom and apply thy heart to understanding, yea, if thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver,
If you seek the commandments of the law like silver,
and searchest for her as for hid treasures,
like people search for money,
then shalt thou understand the fear of Yahweh and find the knowledge of Elohim. For Yahweh giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. When wisdom enter into thy heart,
into the heart,
and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things, who leave the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil, and delight in the forwardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked, and they forward in their paths, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words, which forsake the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her Elohim. For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life, that thou mayest walk in the way of good men,
walk in the way of good men,
and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it.
Okay, go to 3 and 1.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1. My son, forget not my law, but let thy heart keep my commandments.
Don't forget Yahweh's law and keep his commandments.
For length of days,
you're going to live a long time,
and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck, write them upon the table of thine heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of Elohim and man. Trust in Yahweh with all thy heart,
with all your heart,
and lean not unto thy own understanding.
Because your own understanding gonna have you doing the opposite of Yahweh. Your own understanding gonna have you doing things that the Most High ain't never told you to do.
And all thy ways acknowledge him.
Acknowledge Yahweh.
And he shall direct thy path.
He gonna direct your path.
Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear Yahweh and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. Honor Yahweh with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thy increase.
Okay, that's all, man. Okay. Verse 4. Yeah, 4 and 1.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 1. Hear, ye children, the instruction of a father, and attend to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
Don't forget my law.
For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, let thy heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not.
Don't forget that.
Neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
With all you're getting, get understanding.
Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. She shall give to thy head a ornament of grace. A crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in right paths. When thou goest, thy steps shall not. When thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened, and when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble. Take fast hold of instruction, let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life.
The law is your life, and wisdom is your life.
Enter not into the path of the wicked,
Don't do like the wicked.
and go not in the way of evil men.
Don't go like the evil man.
Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief,
They ain't going to bed till they do somebody wrong.
and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall.
They ain't ready to go to bed till they did something evil and right to somebody.
For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble.
Okay, so let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 51. Let's see. Oh yeah, Isaiah 51:11.
Isaiah chapter 51, verse 11. Therefore, the redeemed of Yahweh shall return and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. I, even I, am he that comforted you. Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die,
What you doing scared of a man that's gonna die just like you?
and of the Son of Man which shall be made as grass,
Ain't nothing.
and forgettest Yahweh thy Maker?
And you're gonna forget Yahweh they make. You gonna pay attention more to a man than Yahweh. Forget is Yahweh your maker.
And that stretched out the heavens,
Yahweh the one stretched out the heaven. That's what you're supposed to be scared of.
and laid the foundations of the earth,
Yahweh was the one that laid the foundation of the earth.
and has fear continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he were ready to destroy. And where's the fury of the oppressor?
Okay, that's all. Let me go to 65. I think. 11 verse.
Isaiah chapter 65, verse 11. But ye are they that forsake Yahweh,
You the one that forsake Yahweh,
that forget my holy mountain,
that forgot his holy mountain,
that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword,
I'm gonna numb you to the sword.
and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called,
Yahweh said, "God, but when I called,
ye did not answer.
you ain't answered me."
When I spake, ye did not hear,
Yahweh said, when I spoke to you, you wouldn't listen to me.
but did evil before my eyes,
But you did evil before Yahweh. I did all this stuff that he told you not to do.
and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
You chose to go to church, to wear a cross, to believe in a Christian and Democrat. You chose everything but the thing that I told you not to do.
Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Elohim: Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
You're going to be hungry.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For Yahweh Elohim shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. that he who blessed himself in the earth shall bless himself in the Elohim of truth, and he that swore in the earth shall swear by the Elohim of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from my eyes. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying.
In other words, he's gonna rejoice in Jerusalem. He ain't gonna rejoice in no heaven in the sky like they teach you. You're going up there. The rapture. They talk about the rapture. Ain't no such thing as a rapture in the Old Testament. Okay, let's go to Jeremiah 23. First verse.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Woe be to it say trouble. Woe means trouble. Trouble to the preacher that destroy my pastor.
Saith Yahweh.
Yahweh said it.
Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Elohim of Israel against the pastors that feed my people.
Yahweh said, I'm against all these preachers that feed my people, me telling them lies.
Ye have scattered my flock.
You have scattered his flock from Methodist, Catholic, Presbyterian, Jehovah's Witness, Baptist,
and driven them away.
And they ain't talking about Yahweh. You driven them away because you too busy talking about JC.
And have not visited them.
And you ain't went back and told them the truth. You ain't went back and told them the New Testament ain't no good. You ain't went back and tell them JC ain't the Messiah. You ain't went back and told them the truth.
Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith Yahweh.
Yahweh said, I'm going to visit all the preachers that doing wrong, talking crazy.
And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whether I have driven them.
That's what I'm going to do, gather all my remnant.
And will bring them again to their folds.
Going back home to our fold.
And they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them which shall feed them.
I'm going to set up people like Moses, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel. Don't tell them the truth, feed them.
And they shall fear no more.
And they ain't going to be scared no more.
Nor be dismayed.
That's right. Fear.
Neither shall they be lacking, saith Yahweh.
We ain't going to be broke no more.
Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch.
Which meaning this ain't happened yet. I'm going to raise unto David a righteous branch because this ain't happened yet. So the Old Testament ain't been fulfilled yet.
And a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called, Yahweh our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, Yahweh, that they shall no more say, Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country and from all countries whither I had driven them.
And talking about United States and wherever else we at.
And they shall dwell in their own land.
We will dwell in our own land. This ain't our land.
My heart within me is broken because of the prophets. All my bones shake. I am like a drunken man, and like a man whom wine have overcome, because of Yahweh and because of the words of his holiness. For the land is full of adulterers.
Full of adulterers.
For because of swearing the land mourneth, the pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right.
Ain't right.
For both prophet and priest are profane, yea, and my house have I found their wickedness, saith Yahweh.
That's right.
Wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways in the darkness. They shall be driven on and fall therein. For I will bring evil upon them, even the year of their visitation, saith Yahweh. And I have seen folly in the province of Samaria. They prophesied in false deity and caused my people to err.
Call my people to believe a lie, like they doing today.
I have seen also in the province of Jerusalem a horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers, that none doeth return from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah.
Just like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Therefore, thus saith Yahweh of hosts concerning the prophets: Behold, I will feed them with wormwood, and make them drink the water of gall.
Right.
For from the province of Jerusalem is profaneness gone forth into all the land. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts: Hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain.
Don't listen to these jack-legged preachers today, because they ain't talking about nothing.
They speak a vision of their own heart.
All these preachers are speaking a vision out their own heart. Yahweh ain't sent none of them.
And not out of the mouth of Yahweh.
And they ain't talking about Yahweh. So they mean they speaking a word out of their own heart. Not Yahweh, but their own heart.
They say still unto them that despise me, Yahweh have said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto every one that walketh after the imagination of his heart, of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you.
They preaching to you, if you believe in JC, ain't no evil gonna come to you. That's a lie.
For who have stood in the counsel of Yahweh, and have perceived and heard his word? Who have marked his word and heard it? Behold, a whirlwind of Yahweh is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked.
It's gonna fall, the whirlwind. Hurricane Muslim tornado ain't gonna fall upon the wicked.
The anger of Yahweh shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it perfectly. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran.
I ain't sent none of these preachers, and yet they ran.
I have not spoken to them.
I ain't spoken to none of these preachers,
yet they prophesied. But if they had stood in my counsel,
but if these preachers were stood in the counsel of me,
and caused my people to hear my words,
and they were talking about Yahweh word,
then they should have turned them from their evil way.
Then they would have stopped going to church, eating pork chops, celebrate pagan holidays,
and from the evil of their doings.
Then they'd have stopped the evil they're doing, but they still doing evil. But they ain't talking about the book, the Old Testament.
Am I Elohim at hand, saith Yahweh, and I Elohim afar off? Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him?
Can anybody hide from Yahweh? He don't know it yet. Nope.
Saith Yahweh, do not I fill heaven and earth?
Yahweh said, I fill heaven and earth.
Saith Yahweh, I heard what the prophet said that prophesied lies in my name.
I heard what Martin Luther King said back in the 60s. I heard what Martin Luther King said.
Saying, I have dreamed.
Martin Luther King said, I have dreamed.
I have dreamed.
I have dreamed. That's Martin Luther King, y'all.
How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesies lies?
How long this gonna be in your heart when you prophesy lies?
They are prophets of the deceit of their own heart.
Of their own heart, deceit of his own heart.
Which do cause my people to forget my name by their dreams.
Which forget to cause my people to forget their name by Yahweh, by his dream. By his dream, you call Yahweh people forget him.
Which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for false deity.
For JC, because Martin Luther King was a preacher. He was a JC follower.
The prophet that hath a dream, let him tell a dream.
Let him keep telling the dream. Let him keep lying.
And he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully.
I got Yahweh word. I'm speaking Yahweh word faithfully. Let him tell the dream. I'm speaking Yahweh word faithfully.
What is the chaff to the wheat, saith Yahweh? Is not my word like as a fire?
The Yahweh word to burn you up. People get mad as hell when I talk, because I'm talking about Yahweh to burn you up now.
Saith Yahweh, and like a hammer that breaketh a rock in pieces.
That's right. That's how the word is.
Therefore, behold, I am against the prophets, saith Yahweh, that steal my words, every one from his neighbor.
Yahweh, so I'm against all of them to steal my word.
Behold, I am against the prophets, saith Yahweh, that use their tongues and say, he saith.
He said. Yahweh said, I'm against the one. He said this. He said that.
Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams.
Yahweh said, I'm against Martin Luther King and all the one that prophet false dreams.
Saith Yahweh, and do tell them, and cause my people to err by their lies,
and cause do wrong by their lies,
and by their likeness. Yet I sent them not.
Yahweh said, I ain't sent nobody in the United States to do nothing.
Nor commanded them.
I ain't commanded Martin Luther King to do nothing.
Therefore they shall not profit this people at all, saith Yahweh.
That's when you ain't gonna profit at all. That's right, because the Almighty ain't sent no preacher to tell his word to do nothing. That's when you ain't gonna profit at all. Okay, let's go to Hosea. Hosea 4:6.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Now, why did Yahweh say our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge? Because we lacking knowledge. You too busy worried about what JC and Paul and Peter said, and listen to the New Testament, the gospel. You too busy stuck in that. Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because when I'm telling you about Yahweh, you trying to tell me about JC. I'm telling you about Yah, you talking about JC.
I will also reject thee.
Yahweh, so I'm going to reject you.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
There ain't going to be no priest to Yahweh.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy Elohim.
When you forget the law of Yahweh, he ain't studying you.
I will also forget thy children.
I ain't studying you and your children. I'm going to curse you and your children. That's right. Yahweh said, I ain't studying you or your children.
As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
As they were increased, got plenty of money, started growing and sinned against Yahweh.
Therefore will I change their glory into shame.
That's the reason why I'm going to burn that $1 million house down with you in it. That's the reason I'm going to take that. He going to turn your glory to shame. When you spend your money on all this stuff, that's the stuff you're going to get killed in. Because he turning your glory into shame. That's how Yahweh going to turn your glory into shame. Now, let's go see the last thing that Most High said. Go to Malachi 4:4. Let's see the last thing that the Most High said. Let's see if he's going to say go to church, believe in the New Testament, or worship somebody else. The last thing the man said in Malachi 4:4.
Malachi chapter 4, verse 4. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant.
It said, remember the law of Moses,
which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel.
For all Israel.
With the statutes and judgments.
That's right. So he wanted us to remember Moses. He ain't never told you to remember Paul, Peter, Luke, John, Matthew, Revelation. He ain't told us to remember that. Read it one more time.
Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant.
You remember the law of Moses, not the law of not the gospel. He didn't tell you to remember the gospel. Remember Yahweh. Read.
Which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments.
That's right. Now I'm ready for comment and question. The Almighty didn't tell you to remember to go to church. Remember to do none of this goofy stuff you do today. I say I'm ready for comment and question now. I'm ready for comment and question, brother and sister. Anybody got any comment or question? I'm ready for comment and question right now. When you forget the Most High, he gonna forget you and knock your head off. That's fair exchange. Ain't no robbing. Even swap ain't no swindling. So you do for me, I do for you. That's how this book goes. Do for me, I do for you. You don't do for me, I ain't gonna do for you. Eye for an eye, two for a two. Yahweh said, I love them that love me, and those who seek me early shall find me. So if you don't love him, but don't seek him, boy, he ain't got nothing for you. He'll knock your head off. And you only got that coming by law. Because his word is not void. He ain't going to say nothing he ain't going to do. Yahweh ain't going to say nothing he ain't going to do. If he said it, he going to play it. Now, anybody got any comment or question? I got something different other than this.
I'll tell them hit the like button and subscribe.
Oh, yeah, y'all hit the like button and subscribe too. Let's go to Proverbs 8 and 8. What's that? Beyond the self. Yes, yeah. Go to Proverbs 8 and 8. I'm assuming you a sister, so we're gonna read that.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 8. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them.
That's right. When you coming from the word of Yah, can't be forward. That's right. That's right. Anybody else got any more Bible scripture, a comment, or question about the subject?
Did you have a question for them or something?
Oh, I had something I want to. I think I did already.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I showed you. Anybody got any comment or question? I'm ready for a comment and question now. I'll add something to the book. Give me some Bible scripture. Martin Luther King didn't have a dream. He had a night. There you go. That's what he had, a nightmare. You're absolutely right. Said Martin Luther King didn't have a dream. He had a nightmare. There you go. That's more like it right there. That's exactly what he had. Yep, I had to agree 100%. Oh, Peter, yeah, Peter. Yeah. All right, Peter. Yes, sir, brother. I just saw your name there. Yeah. That's my brother out of New York, Manhattan, New York. Oh, Peter Monroe. Yeah, that's what they had, Hebrew. Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, Hebrew, can you find me somebody out there to debate me in New York? Yeah, try to find me somebody that wanted to debate in New York. Yeah, find me. I know what, how many millions out there? 12 or 13 million people. I know out of them, you find somebody that want to debate. I know we can find somebody in New York, big as it is. They can't all be scared up that way. It don't matter if it's a man or a woman. Anybody else got any comment or question? Anybody else got any comment or question? Ain't nobody got nothing to talk about. Okay. You ain't got no comment or question? Great left. Yeah. I got nobody that wanted to debate. And my one brother, y'all just came to me. Y'all start putting up what state y'all from here too, so I'll be familiar with y'all. Let me know when y'all get on air. Just just put your name and what state you're in, so find out where y'all be hanging out at. Just put the state. You ain't got to put the city. Just put the state. Yeah. Brother, who tell me? Y'all's son. Remember you told me that. Make ask them where they put their state up, where they from. Y'all's son. I think he mentioned that. Connecticut. Man, how far is Connecticut from here? That's a long way. Connecticut. Man. Connecticut. Oh, okay. Man, I think that's a long way. Connecticut. Okay. Connecticut. Yeah, if y'all don't mind, just put the state up here where y'all from on here. Praise the mighty y'all, Gabriel. I don't know nobody. Connecticut. Never been there. Is there any Hebrews out there in Connecticut besides you, Gabriel? Just I see you. Won't you see? Holler at them, see if they want to debate, bro. I see. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I want you to holler at them brothers out there, see if they want some smoke. See if they want to debate. And get back with me next week and let me know what they said. But don't tell them nothing about me and don't show them my videos. Once they see my video, they be scared to death. Don't tell them nothing about me. Just say, "Oh, I got this old dude that think he knows something. He just the average Joe, and I want y'all to debate." Don't spook him now. Just, allow me to do a little salt. No, you can't allow me, so I can't say that. But just don't tell them the truth either. But just tell them, really got to trick them. You got to trick them. You can't let them know nothing about me. Well, again. All right, brothers and sisters, I'm going to get ready to close out. Since ain't nobody got no questions or comments, and I'm going to get ready to close out. And I hope everybody got something out the lesson. I don't want to get all credit, honor to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Oh, shalom, shalom, bro. So